Nipah! Welcome back, everybody. It's time for the Daily Nipah, Rika Frude Simulator 26. You can get it yourself here at socksmadepeoplesexy.net/games and itch.io. It's 3 as a B. It's also listed as Rika Frude 25. Rika? Hi, Rika. Rika the nerd is a giant fucking nerd. She says Nipah for the peepa. And she says, eat your ramen. Eat your ramen. Oh, that's true, Rika. But is it true, Rika? Well, we're doing more XCOM today. What's going on out there, everybody? Should have started an hour ago if I'd have just chose XCOM. But good lord, is it a fucking fight to get my brain to work sometimes. Kaguya-sama. Also, I think we're more in the Middle East than we are in Southern Europe. At least I think. I don't remember, really. It's always the part I place it. What's up, Azure? I just never think about the exact region. There's just too much landmass over there to ignore. I want to start on one of those one-tile islands one of these times. Like in Bermuda or something. Yo, Mob, thank you for the 290 stream. Thank you. Appreciate that. I was thinking about playing Rock Band today. It's been a long time. Counting up to 290 it's a long climb. Yo, thank you for the 5 stream streak, Azure. I appreciate that. You. So we're getting Spartanism soon in XCOM files. Do you want to try it? Dive or die? Oh, fuck is dive or die? Could also sound like dive or die. So it's a lovely horror game doing with underwater creatures. Die for die. What's your favorite horror game? Is it Shaq Fu? Epstein. Whoa, now. Ain't going to that disgusting of an island. What's up, Squid? It's Bubsy. Yeah, that's fair. That game is pretty horrible. Horrible. Hi, Squibs. What you up to? That's true, we did raid a nightclub. I suppose that's true. I forgot it was in Bermuda in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it was just this fucking nightclub. The first Amnesia. Nice. Let's learn Morse code, and I spent like hours today just practicing, listening, and sending it. Deet, 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 deet. Thank you, Rocketeer. That's cool. I love Morse code. That's Nita Burrito. Or Metro, if that counts. I'm sure. Deet, 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 deet. Ah, okay. Big horror genre. What did you think of the new Terrifier movies? I think that's what they were called. Murderous Clown. Yeah, that was very convenient for old Torin. They did lose their long agent, but they gained like 70 size strength in the meantime. Horror games your phase. Oh, you don't watch horror movies? Silent Hill 2's first experience was great. Murder porn, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I remember my therapist before she moved to a different company. She loved those movies. She was always so happy talking about them. Yeah, you're welcome, Pell. Hello, Pell. Like Midsummer and Hereditary, though. True, true. You like less straight-up murder, and you like more... You don't like hack and slash, you like the mental horror. Like the first Alien or something, where it's just this scary being is... You know, you have no idea where it's at, no idea what it is. It's out there. And to gore it all, yeah. Alien. Aliens are fantastic. I like Aliens too. I like the first two a lot. Completely different reasons. Oh, practical effects. It does have a different look and feel to it. Fair Pell. Yeah. I think they did a lot of practical artwork for the new, the Odyssey movie, which is like a breath of fresh air. Yo, Moose, thank you for the 95 stream streak. I appreciate that. Hope you're doing well today, Moose. Yeah, Rika. Yeah, okay, yeah. What of it? Yeah, that's fair, Rika. Just regular core. The blood smear. Whoosh. Going to watch Serial Experiments Lane? Probably. At some point, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. We've been watching Kaguya-sama lately, which has been a lot of fun. Oh shit, finally the 300th triple-double. Spartans! 300? Spartanism? I mean, it's right there. Let's get Rika ballin' out her butthole. Let's go Rika ballin' up. The old cheesy movies with me. I miss those campy horror flicks. Yeah. Alright, Rika, 208 times a baller, and you can increase that. That's right. Oh, the face is almost fully covered today. But you do get Ursi, Tick Ursi. So, put that Ursi on, Rika, and get to ballin'.
And now, the starting center for your San Antonio Spurs. A 4'6" skyscraper from Higurashi University, Rika Rude.
That's right, the 4'6" skyscraper is doing it and doing it and doing it well, and now she's gonna ball over you once again.
What the fuck is going on with Rika Furude? What the fuck?
Ooh, 209 times a baller for old Rika. Well done, Rika. Show that footwork. Show that footwork. It's unacceptable. Gremlins, Critters, Tremors, great movies. Tremors is probably the best movie of them all. Maybe Gremlins. I've also seen Langoliers quite a bit when it was on TV back in the early 90s or whenever. Mid-90s. That dude just loved ripping paper, I know that much. What's up, Bo? Tremors is just a good movie on its own. That just also happens to be a wacky horror movie. And then you got the 600 other Gremlin movies. They're Gremlins, not Gremlin. Tremor movies. Gremlins 2 was a riot, too. On a Obtainium trophy? Maybe. Maybe it's time for the first update to Rika Furude Baller. Empty Eye. Watching the longest movie ever and half the blood. It's just Langoliers. Probably just feels that way. Twister is an awesome movie. Twister 2 doesn't exist. Hey, there's the 4 house. Could you certify Starship Trooper? That's not a horror, that's more action. Some horror elements. Twisters, the hot spot. Saw Twister in theaters. Nice. Nice. I don't know if I saw that in theaters. I saw Ghostbusters 2 in theaters. I saw The Mask in theaters. It's a horror for the bugs. Yeah, kinda, yeah. Rest in peace, Bill Paxton. Part of Aliens as well. Sure you remember him. 17 days? We're not gonna last 17 hours. Deep chuckle. But as much as you find him comical in that, you do find him relatable too, because he's being a silly guy. And then he goes out fighting the aliens like the rest of them. game over, man. Game over. That's right. Those little aluminum probes would kill everyone in the funnel. He was out of the Marines too. 1 week from retirement. Damn. Jeepers Creepers. I remember watching the first Jeepers Creepers. I don't remember it being anything that I super enjoyed, but I did watch it. Nice double, triple there. I'm gonna die in this rock. And they did. First Resident Evil was pretty good. I remember enjoying it. I also remember it being extremely silly. But I mean, Resident Evil is pretty silly in the first place. It works out. Yeah, that was unfortunate that Buff got shellacked that soon. Triple double. Yeah. Fun, I think. There's a near Potsy. I think fun is a better word. A giant ham sandwich. Yeah, laser quarter was neat. The giant ham. Yeah, for sure, for sure. They are enjoyable. We put it in RE4. Yeah, it's very schlocky, very silly, but that's how Resident Evil always has been. The games included. Like, they were always silly. But they're also one of the first, like, horror games that made a real big impact, which is neat. What's up, Patchouli? I just think of that one scene in the CG movies where two guys are just shooting at each other point blank, missing as they do cool rolls and stuff. That's a triple double. Highlander 2 land. Oh, Highlander 2. You gotta love middling sequels in a series that are so bad that they just skip it when they go to 3 and ignore it. It's happened a few times. He dodges the 101 lasers by doing crazy flips, so anyway, that didn't happen. Yeah, exactly. That didn't happen. This is a big dream. They kind of did that in the new Star Wars. That's another fucking near Potsy for Rika this goddamn season. For episode 9, they basically ignored most of episode 8 and killed off everything it did in like the first 5 seconds. Which, to be honest, I wasn't all that sad about, but I don't like any of the new movies, so whatever. Like, 7 was okay. Basically, episode 4 again, but new characters. Could be fun. Could be cool. But I fucking hated it. Like, it was not enjoyable for me. I did not like a lot of the style they went with. I didn't like a lot of the story choices they went with. And it's just not for me. Like, when it comes to Star Wars, I really like the original, and I like parts of the prequels, and that's about it. Some of the spin-offs are fun, but the only, like, Empire Strikes Back is, like, the only really good movie in the entire fucking franchise. Talk about the ultimate linchpin holding up a fucking franchise. Yes. Yes. But I'm always happy that other people enjoy them. I've gotten my enjoyment out of Star Wars. Good space movies or shows to watch? I enjoyed the newer Battlestar Galactica. It wasn't, like, great, but I liked it. What is the newer Battlestar? Quote-unquote newer. It's been, like, 20 years now. 3 times? Alright, fair enough. Project Hail Mary was really good. Some people really like Expanse, but I found it not to be for me. Yeah, Edward James Olmos. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It got a little bonkers towards the end, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, Edward James. It had Katie Sackass, or whatever her name is. Suckoff. Katie Suckoff. Good porn name. I have trouble figuring out. Yeah, the later was a bit rough, but overall, I enjoyed it. Space shows and movies. Is there any space video games you're not interested in? Because you might want to look up a long play of them. I watch long plays of some video games sometimes to enjoy the stories. Like, for instance, if you never played Mass Effect, just watching the story elements of Mass Effect would be very interesting. I go that way sometimes when I'm looking for a fresh story, and I felt like I've watched everything I've wanted to watch, and in, I guess, IRL media land, not game media land. But a lot of gaming stories have come a long way, and it's good stuff. Trying to think of the last space show I even watched. It might have been Battlestar. Like, Star Wars and Star Trek definitely take up a large portion of the space, but there's so many. Poor house. XCOM Files to space. Yeah, eventually it does go into space, that's true. Trying to think of a space-themed, like, video game that's propelled by story, like the first Mass Effect game. If you haven't played Mass Effect and you're into space stuff, at least play the first one. The first one was perfect. People can have their problems, and that's okay. But the first one had exploring, fun exploring. And fun story, and a universe, and everything. Oh yeah, I played Mass Effect 1 like 7 times. I played Mass Effect 2 like 5 times. I played Mass Effect 3 once. The ending is one of the most disappointed I have ever been at the end of a video game in my life, and I never picked it up again. Thing is, the third one had so much good shit in it. The curing of the genophage is such a fucking huge pivotal moment. There's so much build-up through the frickin' 3 games for it. That's such a great moment. There's some good moments in 3. I mean, hell, if they would have just stopped short of raising you up that stupid elevator and talking to that stupid child, I'd have been okay with them just dying on the goddamn deck. It would have been better than everything else that happened after that. It would have been a little unsatisfying, but holy shit, did they just figure out how to completely muck up an amazing arc in like 5 fucking minutes. I hated that ending, and I will never not hate that fucking ending. It was miserably bad. I, as my friend can attest, like, left my room and sat on the couch, and I was just so pissed off at how badly they dropped the ball at the end of that game. It's a game about choices and how things end up. But the choice shouldn't be after you beat the final boss and then you just get 3 different endings. The choice should have been much earlier than that, and then it should develop into something at the end. It shouldn't just give you some blanket-ass, 3 shit-ass choices. It was just so disappointing. But I could still play 1, for sure. Unsatisfying is my existence! What's up, X-Codes? Oh, no. There's a triple double. Well, believe it or not, Mass Effect was not originally owned by EA. So now you can understand why the first one might actually be really good. What's so bad to like Stellaris? What's satisfying is my existence. Oh, man. But the first one was so good. $300 of DLC. Holy Jesus. Not any meat in the Yeah, it's kind of like what I feel Elite Dangerous kind of did at first. Lots of the idea is so grand and awesome, but you gotta fill it with fun stuff too, you know? I really enjoyed Elite Dangerous for quite a while, but it just feels empty after a while. Oh look, another near Potsy. Well, goody goody gumdrops, Rika. Yes, but our gaming lives aren't. There's no excuse to make an empty space game. They could add alien life on planets. It's a fucking game. They can do anything they want with it. They gotta fill something up in that dead space. Like, if you want super accurate space portrayal, Elite Dangerous is not the one to go since you're fighting fucking space wars and being a space trucker in the first place. Yeah, what up, Kitus? I mean, they added like a first-person shooting section to Elite Dangerous, which is a neat idea, but I don't think they expanded enough, and amongst other things. There's a 4 house. Hey, Steel Raptor. Sectors to explore before you are boxed in by closed borders. Yeah. I get about Starfield being boring. It's like the month after EA bought BioWare, but obviously it was all in development for then. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was all finished by the time they bought them, but God, I hate EA so much, man. They've ruined so many good gaming companies over the years. I believe the final choice was done by one single individual, and nobody else was allowed to, like, question or change it or something like that. That's what I heard. It's been a long time. Before you get there, you get nothing. Yeah, yeah, MWG. Aside from being mostly empty. That's fair, that's fair. Alright, Rika, what's the last roll you got for us? Oh, not a last roll yet, since you got it straight. Alright, 8,401 fates, and yet still more awaits. Thank you again for joining for another Daily Nipah. Don't forget, you too can pick it up at socksmadepeoplesexy.net/games that I just shot out. It's free as a bee, along with every other game there, and more to come. Specifically, Hive Assault that came out recently. There's a speedrun leaderboard for it, and you should check it out. Also, check out mti.itch.io for the baller variant that we played today, and have her ball out yourself. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and appreciate that as well. Positive vibes, y'all, and remember...